It's breakfast time.
But Barry eats it instead. Soon after, Barry was scared and ran away, so Flint and the others chased her until they caught
Let's
her
eat
in a water place.
breakfast.
At that place, there are various foods that look like prehistoric animals with cute shapes. Seeing that,
Would you
Flint and
mind
the
to lower
others
the
were overwhelmed by
volume?
what they saw that they didn't realize Barry had managed to escape by swimming into the lake. Then they returned to chase her across the lake using the police
Good
car.
morning, good
Shortly after, Flint and the others
morning.
were monitored by a drone
Let's
belonging to
eat
Chester Beatty. Chester
breakfast.
Beatty, who already knew the conditions in Swallow Falls, didn't want the world to know about it and instead had an evil plan to separate Flint from his friends so that he can carry out his plan. Meanwhile, Flint and his friends arrive at the Milk River and meet melon elephants and other giant food animals until they finally catch Barry again. As they continued their journey, they were chased by a giant hamburger spider until they were cornered. Luckily,
With a
Chester Beatty
hot,
held
hot,
off the
hot
furious bite of the
coffee.
hamburger spider and left. Flint then reports that Barry swallowed the USB destroyer he gave him. Hearing this, Barb took out a knife and threatened her to make her afraid. Because of that, Barry took out the destroyed USB and then ran away. After that, Chester B invited Flint to talk privately and started warning him about the dangers of the living food. Soon after, they started heading to Flint's lab to look for his hard drive so he could make a copy of the food machine. On the other hand, the hungry team finally got off the ship and intended to find food. Unexpectedly, Tim even found his old shop, but when he entered, it looked messy and no sardines were left. Luckily, he still had a can of sardines stored safely in his safe, but a group of live cucumbers came suddenly numbers, and his sardines were taken by them. However, because the fish had run out and the cucumbers kept pressing Tim, he finally asked the cucumbers to go fishing. Meanwhile, Flint and the others managed to locate his lab. He entered with Sam, Chester B, and Barb to retrieve his hard drive. However, because
Good
the hard
morning,
drive
good
contained
morning.
liquefied water, Barb held Flint and Chester B's pants so they could both retrieve
It's
the hard drive
breakfast
safely.
time
When Flint was taking his
with a
hard
hot,
drive,
hot
Chester B
coffee.
began to influence him by saying that a bully could not be a friend, and he listened to Chester B's words. After he managed to take his hard
Mm.
drive, he went back upstairs. In the
Mm.
evening, Flint and his friends are seen relaxing and want to enjoy dinner made by Mandy. But when Brent is about to give the food to Flint, he actually remembers Chester B's words,
With
so he
peanut
refuses the
butter
food and instead drops it. His action makes his friends wonder, and Flint's attitude offends Mandy. Sam then tries to
and
advise
with
Flint and says that hoping to
grapes.
become friends will remain friends
That's my
forever. Flint was
breakfast.
touched to hear Sam. However,
And
it
this
turned out that they were
is
being monitored by Chester B
bread
and
with
Bob. Then
cheese.
Chester B explains to Barb that he only has 48 hours, and if Flint doesn't get the
Mm.
machine, his plan to use
Delicious.
the machine to release his food bar 2.0
Super.
will fail. The scene then changes, showing Tim teaching the cucumbers to fish on his boat. Unexpectedly, they were very happy to be asked to go fishing. Deep down, Tim hoped that one day Flint would want to go fishing with him. On the other hand, Flint has finished making his new machine which tracks food grain machines by following the light. Chester B again tried to separate Flint from his friends, and they continued their journey through Swallow Falls Forest. Sometime later, their journey was stopped because they met a giant taco shaped like a crocodile. They fled from the giant taco's pursuit, and its feet were actually frozen by the Life Corps troops. When they were about to continue their journey, Taco had children, which surprised her. Soon after, they all continued their journey. But then Sam told Flint they seemed to have made a mistake. She said she didn't want the creatures here to be destroyed and thought to start studying them. But Chester B actually said otherwise because these creatures would threaten the world. Hearing that, Sam argued with Flint, who instead
Saba kay
defended
kong anak
Chester
eh,
B, and
sigtan of
that made her
TV,
decide to
YouTube.
return to the ship, followed by her friends, while Flint continued his journey with Chester B. As Sam and the others return home, they are confronted by a hamburger spider. Fortunately, this time, she was brave and wanted to prove that Chester B's words were wrong. Then she started stroking the hamburger spider to tame it. Sam finally realized that the hamburger spider was annoyed with the people from
Wordless,
Live
no?
Core. Hearing that, Manny
Bread,
agreed and felt that the food
coffee,
creatures seemed
and
to know something. Then he
grapes.
turned the Live Core logo upside down, and when it was reversed, it had
Mm.
the meaning of evil. Unfortunately, the Live Core team seemed to know all of their conversations, so they froze Sam and the others one by
Lami.
one. Even Manny's camera was
Lami
frozen in his
kayo.
focus. On the other hand, Flint and Chester B had arrived at where the food-making machine. When Flint kept walking closer, he almost fell and was pulled up by Chester B. The place was like a crystal mountain
Mm.
surrounded by crystals. Finally, Flint completed his mission by jumping on the crystal and climbing them one by one
Super
until he
yummy.
reached the top. There, he saw the machine and started walking toward it. But when he wanted to insert the USB destroyer into it, the
Mm.
machine seemed to show how to produce the living food and made Flint realize that Sam's words were true. Flint saw that the living food was like family. Then when he was playing with marshmallows,
Mm.
Chester B and Barb suddenly appeared. Chester B intends to plug into USB himself because Flint is taking too long. But then, tries to explain that he has made a mistake, so they argue. However, Chester B manages to throw a USB at the machine, and suddenly the USB starts reprogramming and not destroying. Flint asks why the machine was reprogrammed, and Chester B
You want to eat later your bread? I will keep it.
making the rating food machine.
Okay.
After hearing this, Flint
So I will
became
make my
sad
own.
and said that Chester B was his idol and wanted to be like him, but he instead did this. At the
Peanut
same
butter.
time, Chester B's plane took the machine by force, and because he no
And
longer
sliced
needed
bread.
Flint, Chester B was Flint. Soon after, Chester B, who had unplugged the machine, caused the plants and swallow balls to begin to die, while the Lab Corps officers caught the living food and caught Flint's friends. On the way, Earl accidentally said something impolite to Steve. Knowing that, Brent covered Steve's ears so he wouldn't feel offended. Then, Barb wondered why Sam and the others befriended a monkey. Then Sam replied that Steve was indeed their friend, different from Barb, who was
Wow.
only considered an aide by Chester B. If he
Wow.
considered Barb a friend, he should have called her by a non-aide name. Hearing Sam's
Wow.
words made Barb sad, and she began to think about it. On the other hand, Flint was rescued by marshmallows and cucumbers, who worked together and brought him to meet his father. He looks sad and explains that Chester B has stolen his machine and will destroy all the living foods. Because of the mess he made, Flint felt guilty and desperate. Then, Barry came to meet him and tried to tell him about Sam and her friends being arrested by Live Coal. After knowing this, Tim intended to help them, but Flint was hesitant because they didn't have a lot of people. Soon after, Barry
Correct.
summoned all living food until they all gathered. They all said it was Wu which turned out to be their way of saying Flint. Before leaving, Flint delivers a speech and Barry translates his words for her friends. In his speech, Flint asked that the living food help him enter Chester B's factory and save his friends
Coffee
and
is
reclaim their
life.
home. His words made them cheer, and they started working together to build a ship with a giant fishing
For
rod
everyone.
until finally the ship was ready. Then the living food intended to use their giant fishing rod to throw Flint and Barry toward Chester B's factory. However, the ship swayed so that a sandwich whale came to help, making the ship would not return. Finally, the living food succeeded in sending Flint and Barry to Chester B's factory. When they were there, Flint and Barry were surprised to see a lot of the living food caught by Live Coal. Then suddenly, a hamburger spider appeared and scared him. But the hamburger spider turned out to be Barry's friend. After that, they finally worked together. Soon after, Flint opens a portal so all the food can move. Then he orders Barry to look after him while he looks for his friends. Not long after, the Live Corps troops came, and the battle began. Fortunately, the Live Corps troops began to be pushed and outnumbered. Finally, Barry managed to defeat one of them. Then she entered the Live Corps troops' armor and attacked them again. On the other hand, Flint is in Chester B's room and is holding up his shoe spray while asking where his friends are. Chester B then shows him his friends who are being held hostage. It turns out that all this time, his goal is to change the food bar from Flint's machine because all the living food that goes into it will make the new version of the food bar even more delicious. Afterward, Chester B told Flint to drop his weapon, or he would drop his friends. Hearing that, Flint innocently obeyed him. Luckily, Barb had changed her mind and defended Sam and the others. She said she didn't want to bring down her friends.
Ay, bilak.
Because of that, Chester
Sorry.
B fired her. Suddenly, the battle between Flint and Chester B
I hit
He
my
challenged
telephone.
Flint to find a remote that can stop his friends from falling. After that, he cast a lot of holograms that overwhelmed Flint. Because of that, Flint was more desperate when his friends started to go down to the grinding machine. But suddenly, he saw the celebration box. He said the word celebrate, making Steve jump up and press the box button to see the real Chester B. However, Chester B tries to escape and retrieve the machine. But then he is confronted by Barry, the other living foods, Flint, and company. Even so, he still tries to run away. Fortunately, the machine is stolen by Barb, making Chester B panic and tries to chase her. Sadly, instead, he falls. It turned out that Chester B is still safe. Then again, when he intends to escape, he is instead pulled by a hamburger spider that eats him. After that, Barb returned the machine to Flint. Soon after, he returned the machine to its original position while removing the destroyed USB, and then the machine injected all the living food, so they were very happy. Even the brave Earl ended up crying. In the end, they were happy they could all be together again and didn't forget to invite Barb to join them. Finally, they all hugged. The film closes by showing Flint and his father going fishing. There, he gets his first fish, and that makes him very happy. Meanwhile, Barb approaches Steve to ask him out, and they are officially dating. The moral that can be learned from this movie is not to trust strangers even though those people are people we idolize. And the people we can trust are the people who never leave, even in the worst circumstances, and have gone through a lot together in a long time.
Bye guys. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell button for more updated videos. Bye. God bless.
Let's go! Bruh. I bet because the Dynasty. What's up, guys, and welcome to Go Go Hamster Chat, a brand new horror game. Yes, you've heard those words correct.